Hello and welcome to the show. I am here playing the Crew Beta. I'm going to start by saying thank you very much to SFC Shadow, who got me a code for this game. I've been waiting to... Oopsie, I need to crash into a taxi. I'm making a mess of New York. Thank you very much for getting me a code for this game, because I wanted to play this in the first beta, but I didn't get into it. But now I have got the chance to play it. Of course, yes, this is a beta. There are the odd bug. It does crash occasionally. Annoyingly, it's chosen to crash a lot more times the minute I started recording. I played it for a little while yesterday with absolutely no problems. The minute I start recording, it all likes to break. But, you know, it's a beta, so we will forgive it that. Now, the reason why I'm interested in this game is the road tripping potential of it. It's got absolutely amazing potential for road trips because it's just such a huge area. I'm going to show you the map. Okay, I'm starting off in New York, over here. We have the whole of America to play with, and I can explore as much of this as I want during the beta as well, which is pretty, I think anyway. If I read the messages correctly, I can. If we hit the edge of the map, then okay. I'm pretty sure though that I can explore everywhere. It's humongous. It really is. It's absolutely massive, and I love this map. This is such a good map. Reminds me a bit of Midnight Club LA. I think I can zoom in, and then we can zoom in again, and you can look at that. You could. This is on the map. You can see the traffic. I don't know if you can see other players or not going around, but it's such a nice map. It's really smooth as well. Okay, we're slightly in a building here, but this is just a map, and we can see all of this. It's incredible. It really is. This really surprised me. It's such a nice system. We can go over here, and there we go. We can look at Laguna Seca. Haha. Is there anything racing at the moment? I haven't really unlocked over here. So yeah, I'm going to go test the road tripping potential of this. We're starting in New York. I'm going to try and get to Laguna Seca, which is over here. We're going to go for some adventures on the way. I may well get distracted. I want to go down to the Grand Canyon, which is somewhere over here-ish. So we're going to go across. We're going to go across to there because there were some mines I wanted to explore, and then we'll wiggle our way across to Grand Canyon down here, across to LA, and then up to Laguna Seca. That is my plan for this road trip. I'll talk a bit about the game on the way. Right, then we can zoom in and zoom in again. Can we see our own car? Oh, we can as well. This map is fantastic. It really is. Okay, now if we leave here, zoom, and we're back in. We're back to driving again. It's really smooth system. On the subject of maps, this game has the best sat-nav system I've seen. I really like this floating blue line. And I will admit, it is kind of perhaps a weird idea in some respects, having this great big blue line floating across the top of the screen. But it's so useful. Oopsie, I'm forgetting to change up gears. I don't have to keep glancing down at the mini-map to figure out where I'm going. It doesn't have to keep throwing up arrows to tell me whether I'm supposed to be turning off here. It's very intuitive. Just follow the blue line and it'll show you where you want to go. It's a really neat system. It's very, very easy to see where you're supposed to be going, what corners you're supposed to be taking. More games should have a nice sat-navy system like this. It's good for when you're travelling such long distances and you don't want to keep glancing down at a little map. That's what overcomes the problem of having either a too small or a too large of a map. Because you need a decent detailed map on a game like this, so you can see actually where you're going, but then if you have a detail map, it takes up big parts of the screen. So yeah, this blue line system is really quite good. There are lots of good things about this game. There are lots of things. In fact, there's a few things that surprised me. First off, I expected this to be the camera view that I would play this game, but I expect normally when it comes to this sort of size game, slightly arcadey driving games, normally it's third-person view that gets used. Think of Burnout. You can't drive Burnout in first-person view, but you can try. It doesn't work. Oh, we're making this turn. Going down here, okay? Sure. Burnout just doesn't work with first-person view, and I was expecting this to be mostly a third-person thing. I didn't expect it to have the option for a cockpit view. I was really surprised by that we can go to the cockpit view here. It's a pretty detailed cockpit view as well. Now I have only been driving my Dodge here. I played a little bit. I got really bored of the story very quickly. So I've only been driving this Dodge, but I'm going to presume that all of the other cars have equally detailed interiors. Yeah, it looks pretty damn good in here. It's also at a decent camera height. One of the things that really bugs me with cockpit views in games is when they put the camera too low, so it's sort of too busy focusing on the steering wheel and not looking out of the windscreen. It does that in some games I've played. This one is perfectly good. I'm very, very happy with the cockpit view. It's looking at the right height. It gives me good visibility. However, there is one really bloody irritating problem with the camera. Now, this is an easy fix. Maybe it'll be fixed. Maybe they'll give me the option to turn this off when the game is released. The camera moves around on its own. So when we turn a corner, can I do this while we're on a straight road? Can we? No, we can't really do it. You can kind of see the camera is moving around on its own. Now, at high speeds, this isn't a problem because it's only little movements that the camera is doing. However, if we just get somewhere, can we get to somewhere nice and safe where I can just pull over for a minute? I don't really want to cause a big crash in the middle of the road. Right, we're going to just pull over here. Oopsie, it's not too busy anyway. You see how the camera's sort of ducking around and stuff. That's okay in a straight line, but here, see? We're at slow speeds, and camera everywhere. Now, that's very annoying when it comes to turning. If I want to reverse somewhere, hold on, can we put this in reverse? If I don't look behind, does it? Oopsie, wait, hold on, there we go. The camera, the camera doesn't quite know what to do. And if we do this, I don't want the camera moving around. Okay, I want my camera. Yeah, there we go. Setting off is the worst thing. I can make it wiggle around. I don't want this. I want the camera to be controlled by me. I want it fixed. I don't mind too much the sort of slamming on the brakes and we go down. That's okay. But it's the moving around from side to side. It's basically trying to peer around corners, which, yes, you would do if you were driving. But you, in real life, if you were driving a car, yes, you look ahead, you look around the corners, etc. But you have control of it. You decide when you move your head. It's not just an involuntary movement. That would be very bizarre, trying to drive without control of where you look. That would be strange. So yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I can't find a way of turning it off either. If we could have an option to turn that off, please, that'd be very nice, so that I have control of where I'm looking. Now, the other problem, or the sort of the part of this problem, is I was expecting the right analog stick to control looking around. It does on most racing games. Forza 5, it'll do that. Pretty much every racing game I've bloody played, it controls like that. On here, the right analog stick is defaulted to the gearing, to up and down shift. Now, I'm used to driving like that. Okay, I drive like that on Forza 4, because I use a really weird controller layout on Forza 4. I use the right stick for gear up and gear down. I use the right button as a clutch. And that's how I drive on Forza 4. Oh dear! I forgot to put out. I'm playing this on an Xbox One controller at the moment. You can plug in a wheel. I may at some point try that, but I'm going to be getting this on Xbox One, so I figured I'd try it with the One controller. Now, having the gears to the stick is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm perfectly used to driving with that, but it means we can't look around, and I can't find a way of changing it. There isn't. Like, certain controls are locked and I can't change the gears from that to something else. So if I wanted to use, I can look from side to side with it, but of course that gets very, very risky. We're looking to side. It's very easy to accidentally downshift and upshift. So I would, yeah, it seems like a slightly weird control system. Now, again, maybe when the game is released fully, we will have the option to fully change the controls. But at the moment, it's just a little bit fiddly, and that's the camera doing its thing. Now, we came to Pit Mines. I just wanted to see what this place was like. I'm driving a street version of this car. There's plenty of upgrades. We'll come to that possibly later if I find a garage. Plenty of upgrading to do on the cars, and I haven't unlocked the off-road. Every car can be turned into an off-road vehicle, which is quite strange, I'll be honest, seeing, what did I have? One of the missions you drive in Nissan Skyline, an R34 Skyline, modified to be an off-road vehicle. It's very cool, don't get me right. It looks odd to get just to begin with, but oh dear, this is the street version of the car. Woo, where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to go over here now. Woohoo! And yeah, this is the street version, so it won't be particularly quick around here. But it's good fun nonetheless. That's not handbrake, that's change camera. Hey, we'll go back to this view for a little while. Oh dear. Yeah, I like the fact that any car can become an off-road vehicle. The tyres look a little bit weird, having great big off-road tyres on a traditionally... Oh, we've gone for a spin. Oh, we're taking out some tyres as well. Yeah, like these tyres that we're going past. Putting them on a street car looks odd, but I like the fact that you can do... Ooh, is that a destructible? I'm just seeing Red Fraction Gorilla. I seem to remember there was like a mine thing there, and you could take out these stuff. Can we knock you down? No. I don't think we can. I didn't want to hit that too hard because I don't actually wreck my car on an early part of our journey. Oh, yeah. Destructible terrain. No, there's not. It's not surprising. One system it does do very nicely is you do bounce off trees. So if you're going flat out, and whee, that's some big slides. Two bigger slides. Woo! If you're going flat out, you're going along a country road, or you're going perhaps in a city with lampposts. If you hit a tree at really high speed, it does kind of ping you off to the side rather than just stopping you dead. I like that. It means that you can keep momentum going. It's okay. I'll be honest. If you hit a tree head on, you probably, well, to be fair, you'll probably make a mess of the tree and your car, and you won't be going anywhere. But I like the fact that it allows you to keep the momentum going. It doesn't just sort of instantly stop you. So yeah, I like that. It's good for this kind of game that's more about exploring. It's not about proper racing necessarily. I mean, sure, there is going to be racing in it, but it's not sort of full on all about individual sort of road races. Okay, so we've made it to the pit mines. Oh, I wonder if we can follow. I know what to do. Oh no, I don't know what to. I was going to say let's follow the signs. Let's not bother with the map, but then I realised I don't know America very well. Washington or Mississippian Plateau? I don't know. What's the way to the Grand Canyon? Could we have that on the signpost? 5 miles to Washington. Sure, let's go to Washington. I don't see why. I'm just going to go for an explore, because that's what interests me about this game. When it comes to storylines in racing games, no one has ever done it really that well. I'm trying to think through all the racing games I've played. Stories and racing just don't really mix, because nobody can seem to come up with a sort of an interesting story revolving around racing. This one, from what I've played, I've literally played the first few missions, got bored, and then went off exploring. It's a very, very much cliched. It's not massively. What on earth is going on here? I don't know. Why is there random stuff? Ooh, is there a race going on? I shall. This is what I love. I just love the random finding of things. What have we, is this looks like the start of a drag race of some sort. Oh, there's a flashy thing on my. I don't know why. Oh, there is a flashy thing. Now, I was looking through here. I believe there is car wrecks, much like Test Drive Unlimited 2, where you could find wrecks. I think that might be what the flashy thing is. Oh dear, we're in the wrong gears. Oh, is that what it is? What have we got over here? We've got what looks like a pit area with a bunch of not particularly racing-looking vehicles. So we've got a racetrack with no race vehicles. Something is flashy at me. I'm guessing if the beep gets quicker, we get closer. So we will head in this direction. Oh god, I've gone up some gears. There's what I mean by spinning the camera around. You occasionally start changing up gears and messing around. Okay, no, this is not the right way then. The beep's not going more. We'll go back. Oh, let's not go in there. That's not a place you want to take your Dodge. We're going back. We'll go this way. So the beep was over this side. We go back here. There we go. Now we've found the beep again. We'll go into the paddock area. Ooh, through some tables. And over this way. Oh! Oops. We've sunk it slightly. Just a small amount of sinkage on there. Okay, so it's not over this side of the road, at least. Are you drive-throughable? Ah, you are. Fantastic. Okay, maybe it's over the other side of the river then. It doesn't seem to be getting any quicker. Oh, it's changed to yellow. I'm thinking that's good. Oh, maybe it's up here. This looks like a barn find to me. Well, I found a barn, but that's not quite what I was what I was hoping for. We got distracted. I was supposed to be heading to Laguna Seca. It could take us a while to get there at this rate. Okay, definitely getting closer. Extensor Racing. Okay, now we've gone to green. We're definitely getting closer. Are we up in there, maybe? I mean, there's a green tinge to the map. Is that where the... Oh, we've bumped a wall. Are we in here? Ah, yes. That looks like a wreck. That looks like a... Aha! We did it! I found part of the kit car. Awesome. By pure luck. Okay. You need to find all parts on the East Coast to obtain this kit car. Hot rod. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like the random searching. I will eventually get to the point of I can't find these anymore. I'll look on the internet for a guide. That's what I did with Test Drive. I found, God, what car did I find on Test Drive? I found one of them by myself. I was quite proud of it, and then I got bored trying to search for the other one. They hid them in some really evil places, and in a map this size, good God, there'll be so much to search for parts. Oh, well, that's cool. It's little things. It's little stuff, little distractions along the way that will make the journeys interesting like that. I've just found a random village that's hosting some form of race, but it looks like they've got some sort of rally going on. Just looking at the bollards around it. Now we were supposed to be here. We're at Mississippian Plateau. We were heading to Washington somewhere. I'm hoping we're going to get a sign in a minute. Try and tell me hello again, dear. Now, which way do we need to go? To straight on for Rock Island. No, I don't want any of that. Washington, this to the left. Right, we shall head out here. Oh, my car's got clean again. Oh, this is a magic car. I wish my car in real life had this cleaning itself paint. Actually, isn't there a car that can clean itself? I swear I remember seeing something. Oh God, was it Nissan or Toyota? It was a Japanese manufacturer. I remember seeing a video of it now, where they coated the car in something, I don't know what on earth it was, that I don't know if the mud wouldn't stick to or the mud would run off very quickly, so it was effectively self-cleaning. They put it through some muddy puddles. They took it down like some, oh God, they set out a little course for it. They drove it and they covered one side in this whatever thing it was, and the other side wasn't in it. So as they drove one side, the car became muddy, and then one side by the end wasn't anymore. Or so something like that. It was a self-cleaning car. It was kind of cool. That must be what the Dodge here is coated in. Now, very, very useful. Ooh, let's slam on the brakes over there. Let's not have a big crash. Washington. Wonder if we can find the White House. I don't know what. I don't know my Americas very well, so I may get a little bit confused. I vaguely know some landmarks. Okay, so we want to go to Washington. Oh, Pentagon. Do we want to go? Oh, we'll go to the Pentagon. Bugger it. I don't care about the White House anymore. I'm going to drive my Dodge up to the Pentagon. In fact, that looks like the Pentagon over there, perhaps. Ooh, I've found the Pentagon. That's quite cool. I'm already really liking just the possibilities for exploring and adventuring is quite excellent. Can we go right up to the Pentagon? You look like some important people. Indeed you do look like military people. Hello! Don't mind me. I'm just going to do a donut in front of the Pentagon. How often do you get to say that? Woo! And everybody gets out of the way. Let's chase the army people around. Hold on. Let's get back over here. Chase the army people around. Hello! Oh, I've crashed into the Pentagon stairs. Okay, maybe we should leave before they bring in the helicopter gunships. I want to go find the White House now. That's where we're going to head to. I don't know whereabouts in Washington it is. That's always fun. Right, handbrake slide. Well, not handbrake slide, just general slide. Hello, Dodges. The traffic. Oh dear, we're losing control. We've slightly lost control of that. The traffic-wise, I believe it is all real cars. I've seen quite a few Dodges and Camaros, Dodge Chargers, modern Chargers that is, Camaros. There's quite a few Fords as well. You know, like those films that are sponsored by Ford. Oh, there's an ambulance. I've seen one of them before. Okay, like there's, oh God, what film was it? It was Casino Royale, the Bond film, that was full of Jaguars, Land Rovers and Fords, because at the time they were all part of the same group. It kind of feels like that at times. With the, oh crap, I'm going the wrong way around there. Okay, I don't know whereabouts. We've found a roundabout. This reminds me. Oh, is that the building? Oh yes, it is the building. Oh God, this takes me back to Midtown Madness 3 on the original Xbox. God, I think that's the number attached to it, where you could play in Washington, and you had that building, and then you got the random spike in the middle of there. And then there was a football field as well. You could play. Oh God, it's been so long since I played Midtown Madness. What a great game that was. Oops, for its time. Oh no, police have got angry at me, and I've crashed into things. Nope, I'm being perfectly safe driver. There's like a football field somewhere over here-ish. Maybe not over there-ish. That's water. There's not going to be a football field in this because there isn't, as far as I'm aware. Is there a giant football field for cars in Washington? Maybe there is. Maybe they're hiding that from us. Oh god, if only there was. I don't know where the White House is in here. But, yeah. That does remind me of Midtown Madness. Another good thing, I said the traffic is mostly real cars, as far as I can tell. There's also quite a lot of it. I'm going to put a thing on the map so I actually know where I'm going now. Because I don't have a bloody clue how to get to the Grand Canyon. God, we've got such a long drive ahead of us if we're going to make it down here. Right, set waypoint. Once you've uncovered an area, so like I've been driving around over here, you can see the map's uncovered. I can now fast travel to any point. Any area that I've visited before, you see the little thing has a tick. We go here, we can fast travel up to there, which is pretty neat. So it means that once you've got there, you can just jump around and go visit wherever the hell you want, which is useful. Right, we will get back. We'll get back here and we will head off to somewhere. Oh, did I remove the... Oh, did I remove the waypoint? Whoopsie, my bad. Yes, I guess we did. Or we didn't set it properly. Okay, Grand Canyon. I'll just zoom in, make sure we get it on the road, not some random area. I wonder if we can drive down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. That is what I'm going to explore once we get there. Okay, how many tens of hundreds of miles will it be? And this is scaled down. It's not 48 miles. There we go. It's 48 miles from Washington to the Grand Canyon. It's scaled down, otherwise it would take you literal days to cross the map. So I'm perfectly happy with that. I mean, if we think of Test Drive Unlimited 2, the size of Hawaii, shall we say, I believe it is about 26 or 22 miles from north to south of that island. I mean, we've driven it a fair few times in various road trips and in various single-player stuff. Let's go round here. There's a little bit of a crash. Whoopsie! Oh dear. I love how the sat nav doesn't care about the rules around here. It just says, well, you can go across the wrong way around, kind of a roundabout thing. All right, let's head back this way. I think we may end up travelling. We're going to travel back through the little race village, maybe. But on the scale size, I mean, there is not that many games that will beat this on pure size. Fuel is an interesting game. When it comes to an open world thing such as this, you've got to pick a balance between going for a very large map and going for an interesting map. Fuel is a humongous game, one of the biggest games there is. I think it takes many hours to get from one side to the other. I seem to remember watching a Rooster Teeth Let's Play where they tried to go across. It takes forever to get from one side to the other on there. The problem is, yes, it is very, very big, but it's not riveting. I didn't find myself wanting...
Your car is a wreck. Come back to HQ for repairs.
My car is fine. Look, it's actually absolutely fine. It is not a wreck at all. Go away, woman. Yeah, fuel is so big it actually gets a little bit boring. There's not enough going on in fuel. There's not enough variation. There's not enough different... It is cool. I will be honest, the first few hours I played it, I've only played it for a few hours, but the first few, for a while, it is interesting, but the train gets very similar, it gets very samey, it runs out of things to show you very quickly. And then having such a big map doesn't help. Having such large areas of very similar stuff is pretty boring, if I'm honest. A game like Burnout Paradise is not particularly big. I love it. It is a fantastic map. It is not by any means the largest map that there is, but it has great variation in it. For such a small area, it has really very, very good... Where on earth are we going? This does not look like a main road. But okay, we'll go down here anyway. For such a small map, Burnout Paradise has excellent variation. There's lots of places to explore, and because it's a small map, you can get familiar with it, you can learn it. Back in the day when I played many, many hours of it, I knew my entire way around the Burnout Paradise map. If it said get to a location, I could go there. I just learned the whole thing. I kind of like that about having a slightly smaller area. Test Drive does it pretty well with the size of a map, in that, you know, it's a large area, but it's not so large that it gets too repetitive. Test Drive's got good variation. It's kind of learnable to an extent anyway, as we found out we went exploring there in one of our road trips. We kind of knew-ish where we were. It's big, there's lots to it, but it doesn't become too repetitive. It's not all exactly the same. And from what I've seen of this so far, it's looking pretty good. There seems to be some decent... I mean, we're going to find out on this particular trip how it fares. But it seems to be some decent variation. There's lots of There's lots of tarmac roads, there's plenty of dirt roads to go exploring. I'm never quite sure where the sat-nav is going to take me. That's always an interesting thing. We've got highways, we've gone onto a very, well, this is going to be a big jump. Please be big. Oh no, it smoothed out itself. We've got some single carriageway. Oh, roads. Whee! We're going to go and play in the fields. Hello. Whoopsie. Are you oh, I won't go down the gears. Oh, it's a little bit sluggish on the gear changes, I'll be honest. Are you a wreck that we can use? No, you're just a crashed. Oh, it's a shame to see what looks kind of like a muscle car. Abandoned. Oh no, we're going to go down a dusty little. I'm not sure this is the main road or the quickest way, particularly to the ground. It's very pretty. Yeah, I will give it that. It's very pretty down here. There's another this ruined muscle car thing. There's a boat out there on the river. Why are you taking me this? It's like Daniel navigation. That's what it is. It's just as the crow flies. It would definitely be quicker to find a motorway, but no, we will go down the dirt road that is technically the shortest distance, I think. Okay, well, we're going to like how we're doing 130 down this dusty road and turn. Woo! Oh, we took out a telephone pole. We're going all over the place. Take out some of that. Ooh, dodge the sign. Most things are destructible, I found, except for the really big trees that you bounce off. Most of the things are destructible, apart from cars. Oh, bloody hell. Oh dear. Oh, we're struggling with the grip. Oh, there's a bridge. We're alive. Nothing terrifying has happened. It's slightly scraped. We are alive, though.